Hello everybody, this is Latoya of Infinite Nature and I am back with a new video. This is my update for my pregnancy for weeks 18 through 21. Currently, I'm in my 21st week of pregnancy. I'm going into my 22nd weeks. So on Thursday, it'll be 22 weeks. So I am currently 5 months pregnant. The 22nd week, which starts on Thursday. Today is now, it is Tuesday, the 28th, I believe, of May. It's 28th of May. So Thursday will mark the 22nd week, which is 5.5 months of pregnancy, and it's been a great experience overall. I definitely have gone through the changes with the body, and it's all worth it. I feel like pregnancy is such a beautiful experience. And starting with my 18th week, that's when I had pictures done with my sister, who's a photographer. She did my pictures for the announcements. Me and my husband went to the local beach and we took beautiful pictures, and I really love how the pictures came out, pretty much announcing our pregnancy. So I finally have shared a couple of videos so far from the start of my experience, and so this is the third video where I'm sharing, you know, what I'm going through, not only throughout my pregnancy, but also eating raw vegan, because there is a lot of misconceptions that you are not able to eat raw vegan while being pregnant, and I am definitely showing that it's possible. Other women have done it, but I'm showing it from my own personal experience. And I feel like this is the healthiest that I've been thus far, and I'm very excited about feeding myself healthy, loving live foods, and knowing that my baby is getting the same nutrition is exciting for me to even think about, that I'm nourishing my body in that way. But it's not only about the things that you eat, it's also about the things that I listen to, the things that I speak. You know, it's all of that contributes. My environment, if I am in a high stress environment, all of those contribute to the health of myself and my unborn child. And during my 18th week, I started to feel, literally the day after we had the photo shoot. We had the photo shoot on Friday, so that was like a day after I hit my 18th week. Literally the next day, I felt my baby poke me a couple of times, because my midwife had asked me around 16 weeks, during my 16th week appointment. She said, "Are you starting to feel any flutters or anything?" And I said, "No, not yet." She said, "You'll eventually, you know, start to feel it." And so when I got into my 18th week, I definitely felt it, and I felt the poke, and I was like, "Oh my goodness, that's the baby." I was like, "That is so the baby." I was just so surprised. I was so excited. It just felt like a bit like little taps. It was like poke, like little kick. And I remember texting my husband, who was away. He was on the road doing some work, and then I texted my mom and my sister, and I said, "I felt the baby, you know, moving." So that was very exciting for me. So after that, I started to feel the baby more, and I started to really, throughout the time from then to now, I've been able to distinguish more so what are like just my bowels moving or a little gas. I'm able to distinguish that from my baby's flutters and movements. And the following week, after we hit the 19th week, that's when I went to my anatomy scan at 19 weeks, 5 days, And so that was the first time for me personally that I was able to see my baby, see my baby in my belly. And I was just like, wow, the baby was moving around, and the baby seemed to be content in the fetal position. Like the tech person was really trying to get my baby to not be in the fetal position, and my baby was just like, no, like, leave me alone. I really feel like babies don't like that. They don't be wanting to be bothered with. I personally prefer to have the minimum amount of scans as possible, because they don't need all of that. And afterwards, I just felt weird after that. But I'm glad that I did at least one, because it just gave me a peace of mind that my baby's okay. But still, like, I'm like, no. So based upon what the tech saw, my baby, it was in the 49th percentile. So right in the middle as far as size wise. My baby was on track. 11 that was 11 ounces. And based upon the size of my baby, they gave the date of 2 days earlier, but they still kept the same date since it's only 2 days ahead. So my baby was due date based upon my period and everything like that. The last time I had my cycle was October 4th. It still is October 4th, but based upon the size of the baby that they saw, the due date is October 2nd, but they kept October 4th since it's not like a two week difference ahead or behind. So I'm glad that my baby is a good size, that is measuring good, or whatever the case may be. And that's part of the reason why I really wanted to share this, is because there is just this misconception that if you are a small woman that you're going to have a super small baby, and if you're a bigger woman, or overweight or obese woman, that you're going to have a huge baby. Where that may sometimes be the case, it's not always the case. There's other factors that go along with that. So that's something that I definitely wanted to express. So I've really been taking care of myself and really been focusing on times where I may be falling off, or whatever the case may be, because there are some days where I don't hit my protein count that I need to make each day. And it's not because I purposely do it, but sometimes I'm really full, especially I just get full. Or like yesterday, for example, I had my smoothie, which was 36 grams of protein, and then I had and I was straight. I was good because I've been eating a lot of protein, so I was straight and good. And of course I had like coconut water and water during that day, and I also had some pineapple, and I was good. I wasn't like super hungry at all. So then me and my husband, we watched a movie, and then we both end up falling asleep. And normally I would wake up, I would think that I was going to wake up because I took a nap, but I thought I was going to get up a couple hours later, but I ended up sleeping throughout the whole night. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't get to have like a salad. I didn't eat a salad. And I didn't, get a smoothie like I did the night before. The night before, I definitely exceeded the protein, So, I can make sure that I do that today. Stay on track, because, when I had my 20-week midwife appointment, I gained more weight. So from that point on, at my 20-week, I shared my pictures on on Facebook and stuff like that, of the pictures my husband and I took, sharing that we're pregnant or whatever. So I did that at 20 weeks, and also that same week, I also had my 20-week midwife appointment, and everything is good. I gained, I'm like gradually gaining the weight that I need to gain, that will support me carrying the baby, and also prepare me for breastfeeding. So I did that. And I also, my midwife just put emphasis on making sure that I get my protein on track. So I have really haven't just focusing on making sure that I get that, you know, because I just want this pregnancy to be a good one, which it has been overall. Just making sure that I'm like, I can tell when I need protein. It's to that point. I'm like over halfway through my pregnancy, and I feel like I thought I was in tune with my body before, but I'm even more in tune with my body now. And I just know when I need something. And what I've been learning, and what I did experience something like maybe a couple of days before my midwife appointment. What had happened was that I had my typical, my protein smoothie, or whatever the case may be. I had a good day. I was feeling good. I had my walk, and then I came home. I was going to make a spinach dip, a raw vegan spinach dip that was going to have lots of protein in it. But I didn't have any cashews or enough cashews, and I didn't feel like going back out to the store. So I was like, you know what, there's watermelon in here. What I'll do is eat some watermelon. Granted, I just had some strawberries maybe like a few hours before then. You know what I'm saying? So I ate the watermelon. I really didn't even like the watermelon, but I was disappointed. Don't you hate it when you go to the store, or when you have your mouth set on a fruit and you realize it's not good? And I was just like, man, this is a mushy watermelon, or the watermelon is too hard, or whatever the case. I like mine just in the middle. I don't want no mushy watermelon. So I had this mushy watermelon, and then I ended up falling asleep, you know, as I was watching something on YouTube and eating the watermelon. I fell asleep. So I woke up like a couple of hours later, and I was in pain, and all on this side of my body I felt a sharp pain, and I was just like, oh, I just felt like somebody had kicked me on my side. I'm like, what in the world? And it was so painful. I couldn't really walk that well. So I said, okay, you know, let me make sure. I might be dehydrated. So just let me, it doesn't make sense for me to be dehydrated, but I'm about to drink this water. I'm about to drink some coconut water. I'm drinking water, just making sure, just in case, you know. And when I talked to my midwife about it, it was very painful. My husband came home, and he massaged my side, and it was just, I mean, when he massaged my sides, it felt a little better, but I think my baby was moving around a lot, because that same week we just had an anatomy scan, and the lady was trying to get my baby to move into certain positions so she could take certain pictures. And after that, my baby was moving around all the time. So I don't know what was going on. I don't know what was going on at that time. So I just fell asleep, you know, kind of in pain, but I woke up the next morning, I didn't feel it at all. So when I talked to my midwife, she said it could be the baby is in a position that hurts, or the baby could, or it could be that I have gas, and sometimes the gas is painful, or it could be that the baby just moved, like, you know, if it's like a sharp pain that goes away real quick. The baby may have hit a spot, and you know, so you just have to really determine which one it is. So I concluded that it was gas, possibly gas. And my baby I saw my baby moving in my belly that evening too, when I was in pain. One thing that I have watched over the last few weeks is that whenever I drink or eat something, shortly afterwards my baby moves. Whenever my baby, especially when I eat like sugary stuff like coconut water, or you know, something like, or a smoothie that, you know, has, my baby really moves. Okay, so my midwife encouraged me to, you know, make sure I keep up with my protein, and that maybe I don't need to have like 2 fruits at back to back. Like, because that day I had strawberry and then I had watermelon. Instead, like, do fruit protein, like, so that's what I've been doing instead, or whatever, because I do believe that's partially true. That's contribute, you know, that helps a lot, or whatever the case may be. So because ever since now, and I noticed that when it came up whenever I ate something like a fruit, but I don't remember what fruit it was, but I felt that I had felt that pain for like a week, but not every day within a week. But once I started to make sure that I really hit my protein, I haven't been having that weird feeling anymore. So I do believe what my midwife said definitely helped, or whatnot. But my baby has been moving so much. It's like, oh my gosh, like, it's so amazing. And it's great because Hamilton, my husband, he's been able to feel the baby move too. So now, you know, my baby can hear things, and, you know, my baby responds to sound. I don't know the sex of the baby. That's why I keep saying my baby, because I don't know the sex of the baby. We want it to be a surprise. My husband claims it's going to be a boy, but I said, you're going to feel crunchy if you find out it's a girl. You know, he's like, I make kings, or whatever. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. But either way, we're both going to be happy with whatever, you know, sex the baby will come out to be. But I just am so curious to know the sex of my baby. You know, like, know the sex of my baby, but also know what my baby gonna look like. And we got pictures. The pictures are so cute. Like, there's some pictures like my baby's nose. The nose is touching the knees. Some pictures my baby's literally like, I'm like, you are so flexible. Babies are so freaking flexible. Some of the shots are so cute. I'm like, oh my gosh. The baby still looks like a skeleton from the 19-week scan. The baby looked like a skeleton still. Like, there was one picture, baby looking like right at us. You know, it's so cute. Oh my goodness. But I talk to the baby or whatnot. The baby responds to music and stuff like that. You know, Hamilton talks to the baby. I talk to the baby. You know, whenever it kicks and moves a lot, I'd be like, what you doing in there? You know, just be moving. So I just love it. I already feel a bond. And it seemed like lately my baby will move around when I'm touching the belly, but then the moment I be like, Hamilton, he'll come back around and he'll try to touch the baby belly, the baby stop moving. I was like, what you doing? I be like, baby, why do you always stop moving when your daddy come around? It's so funny though. But he touches my belly a lot, so I feel like that's good to do, you know, to touch the belly a lot or whatnot. But overall, I will say that my pregnancy has been good. I have way more energy right now in the second trimester. I would definitely encourage women to do all that you can when you have more energy. And nesting has definitely been starting up for me. I've wrote a list of a lot of stuff that I want to get done and completed, you know what I'm saying, so that when I get into that third trimester and then when the baby's born, I don't feel overwhelmed thinking about things that I wanted to do or could have done. You know, that, you know, the things that really were important to me is already completed, so everything else that may not get done is fine or whatever. So I'm trying to think of anything else that I can state as far as what's been going on from week 18 to 21, and I feel like that's pretty much it. Yeah, I pretty much eat the same way that I did before I was pregnant. there's certain things that I still, of course, don't eat. I don't eat as much spicy stuff anymore, and I don't eat like mushrooms like before. I don't do like the dehydrated mushrooms with the dehydrated mushrooms with like the other like peppers and onions. I don't do that anymore. I have been more in the cooking mood, so I've been preparing food. So so for the people that have been watching my videos, stay tuned for more videos of me showing what I eat in a day and foods that I've made or whatever. So I've been more in the mood to make things in the kitchen now that I have a little bit more energy. So I'm taking advantage of that. Now, I'm still taking my supplements of the prenatal, the raw vegan prenatal. I'm still taking vitamin D3 and also a probiotic that I take once a day. So yeah, so that's pretty much it for now. I feel like I just feel grateful about this pregnancy, and I do have these feelings of like how it's going to be with a baby, because me and my husband, we've been together for 6 years. We've been living together since for like, I'm trying to think, hold on, for almost 5 years. We've been living together almost 5 years, and we never had a child living with us. He already has a child from a previous, relationship, but we never had a child living with us, like a baby or a child living with us that we were responsible for 24 hours a day. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to be completely different. So it's like I want to make sure that I, really take the time to embrace these moments of sleep and of just doing things without thinking about another little life that's gonna want what it wants when it wants it. So that's why I'm grateful that I took a trip to New Orleans earlier this year, where I was able to go on a trip by myself. I'm really grateful I did that. And I want me and my husband to go on a trip before this baby comes, because it's going to be completely different afterwards. Completely different for both of us. So yeah, but I'm looking forward to this beautiful life. I'm just curious to see what the baby's gonna look like, how their mannerisms are going to be, their personality. Are they going to be a night owl? Are they going to be an early riser? Just curious in this know what their nature is going to be like. So I'm grateful to be sharing this journey with you, and thank you so much for watching, and stay tuned for more videos by me updating my pregnancy and also sharing other aspects of health and wellness, as far as what I eat in the day and other food videos and things of that nature. So thank you so much for watching, and have a lovely day. And if you haven't done so already, subscribe and share this video, because I feel like this is something great to inform people about. So have a great day. Bye. Hey guys, I forgot to share my belly, but here's a belly shot of me at 21 weeks. So here's my belly. As you can see, I'm nothing but belly. And we still got less than halfway to go, but still, for me, this is like, wow. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely gonna gain some weight. Gain more weight than I've ever been in my life. So this is the belly. I'm all belly. All belly. But that's it.